Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you your monthly money and career tarot reading for the month of September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general for your month, so just take what resonates and of course leave the rest behind. But as well, I do want to thank you in advance for your love and support on this channel for this video and specifically. Bear with me. But I do want to jump right into it and pull from the money and career deck. Do remember to check out your other placements within your chart for more messages. For Aries to begin for September money and career. We've got ornaments coming out. Okay, ornaments. What else do we have? Actually, we're going to stick with just these two for now. And we do have financial relief, the rose card on the bottom of the deck. Either you're paying off certain bills, debt, you name it. Some drawn to this reading are being reminded there's even more financial relief in the future. To blossom through your work is a form of success in and of itself. I do feel like you're needing to remember why you're feeling content in the month of September and surrounding it, okay? There's also something about a supportive role. We're going to take this card. And you potentially wanted to start over, thinking back to recently when you started over within your career, okay? Or it could have been a financial investment. But I do feel as if there's a focus on a picture-perfect situation for oneself or outcome, if you will, being drawn to the frame card in the center. Steady income, all right? Things feeling as if they're progressing, increasing. The income, success-wise for your business or your job or both, and therefore you have steady income. I do feel like a lot of Aries drawn to this reading have more than one stream of income. I have to catch my breath as I did feel like I was giving you a run-on sentence and just never-ending rant. But I do feel as if there's moments in the month where you're going to be pushed spiritually just to take a deep breath, even if that comes through other people, all right? Organizing. You're going to find that you just need to organize in the midst of the month of September, whether that's organizing your work environment, organizing your schedule, other people's schedules, appointment setter is what I'm getting. But I do feel as if there's a push to recognize to remember certain accomplishments, okay? But to recognize the accomplishments you're achieving within the month of September. I do feel as if you're very creative, potentially wrapped up in art and design, and I feel as if your home is coming into play in the month of September, whether that's a switch of residence that happened or should, or will moving forward, or it could have to do with your career in one way, shape, or form, okay? But I do feel as if there's a lot of Aries drawn to this reading who are self-employed entrepreneurs or plan to be moving forward, or it will click in the month of September. I'm meant to work for myself. That's why it's difficult for me to deal with certain boss figures or just, I deserve my own schedule, okay? I deserve to be my own boss and potentially an authority figure to other people. But I do feel as if your boss energy, right? Your leadership energy, that's coming into play and being noticed throughout the month of September. There's extra money to be experienced sporadically, okay? You will feel very methodical, very well thought out, very strategic in your actions, but then feel as if your money's on a different wavelength. Does that make sense? Your money's feeling steady and then random at certain points. I feel like that wasn't the best way of putting it, but I'm being spoken through. Key wording. Your mature investment is coming into play. Something you invested in recently or well back, it's starting to mature, okay? Looking at your credit score, watching that improve, looking at your business and seeing things steadily increase in the right direction. I feel a very formal way about you, but that's not always going to benefit you. So just try to adapt when it comes to certain situations or interactions that are meant to be less formal or will benefit more from a less formal way of being. I do sense that you're just needing to wrap oneself up with certain self-care routines, like taking care of your beauty, get your beauty rest, even if you're feeling inclined to or pushed to stay up all night, or pull an all-nighter, or just be a nonstop sort of kind of viewing oneself as an Energizer bunny. But I do feel as if you could be working in retail, okay? And I feel as if the beauty and retail definitely could be intertwined for some of you. But I do sense that there's a level of finishing work, getting it done, looking at the clock at times, wanting the day to just be over, even if you enjoy what you do. Some of you thinking about moving to a new position to feel better about your day-to-day routine, your work environment. Not everybody is to be trusted in the work environment, whether you work from home or from a business location, okay? I do feel as if you're viewed as very skilled, but it may leave people on guard because you're just so overly skilled. Interesting. And you just naturally walk into the room, regardless of what type of Aries you are, taking charge, okay? For those interviewing in the month of September, I do feel like you're going to be overly serious. Smile, okay? Smile within the interview. Show your pearly white teeth is how it's coming through. Think about your energy, right? There will be a level of respect for what you've accomplished, your skill sets, your history, your focus, and your overly serious, mature way of being. But I do feel like you need to sort of lighten things up energy-wise as well. Find that nice balance, all right? And I do feel like there's going to be a focus on balance in more than one way. I can't stop trying to organize. Interesting. Am I usually like that? I do feel like you're focusing on your savings, resources, okay? An egg is to be hatched moving forward. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket is what I'm getting, even if it's beneficial all the meanwhile. Let's pull some tarot. We're using the Gilded Tarot Royale deck if you were wondering. Wow, okay, flying onto the ground, the Knight of Cups, and the one on the ground, we got the Seven of Wands. A lot coming at you, okay? You're moving forward towards what you deserve, even just if that's a level of success within your business or your job or both. Or financial success, however, whatever you're prioritizing the most throughout the month, try not to stress over it. But I feel like there's certain emotions that come to the surface or just exist, and it's like, ugh, can we just not? I feel like there's certain messages coming through animals as well. I really do feel like if you're a business owner, a lot of clientele or customers coming in, but even just a lot of comments, clientele commentary, advice, I feel the need to say. Take it with a grain of salt. Not everything needs to be responded to. But I do feel as if a lot of Aries drawn to this reading are shining, you're glowing, even if you're feeling a bit emotional, stressed, or just on edge at certain points. But I do feel like you're one or the other, either helping people heal through your work or you're going through your own healing. But it could be both. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't the best wording, but you get the point. What else do we have for Aries? We also have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. I really do feel like the wheel's churning for you, but it's hard to focus on it at times. And I really feel like this on top of the world vibe about you at moments, certain moments throughout the month will be quite evident to those you're working with. Impressing, or just who are viewing you. Those on an online platform are definitely succeeding, okay? Consistency is key for you at this time, but I do feel like you're just pushed to hang from the tree of wisdom and show people how it's done, okay? But also keep your mind wide open. Don't be so fixed, so caught in your ways that you don't listen to the opinions of others and potentially take one and put it to use, okay? Sometimes that is going to benefit you throughout the month. Okay, we have the Five of Swords and the High Priestess. I do feel as if there are moments where you're a bit overwhelmed, okay? You could be getting a headache, full body of goosebumps, I feel the need to say. But I do sense that you are dealing with spirituality. You could be a spiritual worker for part of your work or all of which. And I do feel as if you're meant to recognize that you're a pillar of success, okay? Even if you need to go through some healing or just do what you got to do behind closed doors. 1014, look up that angel number meaning. There is a reminder that your passion, wherever that lies, that's where you're meant to be most successful. Wherever you feel, at times you're going to be reminded that you are not meant to feel like it's work when you're working, okay? And if it sometimes feels that way and other times it doesn't, then let's just notice what's happening or what's not happening in both types of work efforts. Anyways, but I do feel as if you are on a time schedule for the most part. There's a wish fulfillment coming into play moving forward, especially some it's at the end of September, but it will remind you that there's more wish fulfillments to come to be. Cheersing to a level of completion, a level of success, or just to get a release. I do feel like you're thinking about what you lack, and therefore you will manifest what you want, but keep things positive and optimistic. There is a situation, whether it's at work or it's at home or both, where you expect the worst. There's obvious reasons as to why, but I really do feel like it'll all be wrapped up in and lead to the manifestation of a new beginning. And I do feel as if you are just thinking about your money, right? Thinking about what you want as far as the new goes, not wanting to settle for less. And I really do feel like through animals like rabbits, when you see them, that's a reminder to give birth to the new, or that's happening inevitably moving forward, or to focus on the success of what you just gave birth to for some. But again, there's a very chin held high, royal-esque, broad shoulders way about you. Interesting. But I do feel like at times you do embody the Queen of Cups way of being, male or female. We all have this energy where you do feel a bit emotional occasionally, but you're this golden pillar of success and leadership that just needs to be viewed in a high honored light, okay? Thinking about completion, feeling a bit depleted, and wanting that new passionate fresh start. Whatever you're desiring will come to be as long as it's meant for you. Keep that in mind. But make sure you keep your crown on. Just because certain people don't know how to handle your intense or bold energy doesn't mean your crown gets taken off or falls off, okay? I just feel as if you are meant to embrace a level of emotional restart or refreshing energy. I just feel like you also need to notice who and what's affecting you in a positive light. Who's bringing out certain emotions when it's not necessary, all right? Feeling very watched over for some of you, whether it's spirit or an authority figure that came out in Leo's reading. But I do feel like you'll see butterflies, and it's a reminder you're transforming through your work, through your money ups and downs. But I do sense that there are moments where you spend time alone, even if it's less frequent in comparison to others, and you just remind oneself you're guiding the way, okay? And there is a reminder or just a feeling at certain points where it's like, damn, I'm a leader, but that doesn't always feel very connected to others, even if they feel very connected to me. A little bit of loneliness at times coming with that vibe, that role, if you will, however you are a leader. But I do feel like you're thinking about hopping on your chariot and moving towards, again, a new financial investment or a new job. And that is just going to make you happy, period. So prioritize your happiness. To put right on the top, we have the Magician. You're manifesting a ton at this time, so remember that. I just feel as if you need to keep your eye on the prize, but don't overly stress it all the meanwhile. And I just feel as if by the end of the month, you'll look back and think, wow, I accomplished a ton. But did I accomplish too much? Did I put too much on my plate? This is the way of thinking that will transition into the month of October and will help you balance things out for oneself, okay? The work that you produce with your hands will be magical, okay? Allow your emotions to benefit your work, or at the very least teach you something to benefit your work, okay? Kind of the same thing, but you get the point. And do try to have some fun, as I do feel like that's going to help you with the transformation. And just make the best out of certain annoyances or obstacles you have to overcome. It's a month where you're just ready for the new, and it will come to be when it's meant to. You're ready to achieve even more. I feel like you're money and success hungry, and that's why you are going to manifest whatever your heart desires. Let's finish this up with some small money and career messages. Spotlight success. Okay, people are noticing you. People are noticing you, and I really feel as if you're needing to just take it step by step, day by day, as you make progress. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, more than expected. That's going to come in more than one way for some, but I just feel like you're being looked at as beyond talented, and there is some unexpected income to look forward to. Okay, let's pull two more. Star in the making. Absolutely. Star in the making. Powerful changes on the horizon, and confident success. All right, keep that confidence alive as you make progress this month. All right, so I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Aries.